Hello YouTube, it's me, MTG Angel. I've just been doing some market research and I'm finding that even though we're in a bear market, the prices for everything is insane. Let's talk about it. So if you have been in the magic investing space for maybe 3 to 5 years, you must have picked up some of these products that I'm going to talk about, such as Phyrexia. Maybe you got a commander deck or two, maybe it came through your hands. The set boxes, the draft boxes, the complete bundles, even Brothers War set, gift, Commander Masters, set, draft, all of these different products. And even in the bear market, the prices for these things at this point, it's blowing my mind. You have Commander Masters, Commander decks hitting $400, $500. The Sliver Swarm. I sold a Sliver Swarm deck for $450. That is insane. The Phyrexia collector boxes I've sold for $700+. I think the last time I saw them, they were at like $850. That is insane. These are 4x multiples. These are 50% multiples in a bear market. Like Phyrexia in the bull market was only 600. Coming out of it, it is now 850. The bear market has done almost nothing to slow down the growth of some of these products. And it's just incredible because when I first started buying and collecting and investing in some of these products, I know investing, it's funny, collectibles, Magic the Gathering, can't invest. When I was doing this for these products, I did not expect for the draft or set boxes or commander decks to be the big, to be high-flying winners or to compete and go toe-to-toe with the collector boxes. I thought maybe the collector boxes with the lottery and limited scarcity and all that, because they were just, printing as much as the set and draft and play and whatever as they wanted. Even commander decks, there's no reprint policy on them. There's nothing really too special other than the face commander, and even then, I mean, yeah, these things are mass printed, but no, these decks and everything for all of these sets, all of these products, anything sealed, even a lot of the singles, but mostly sealed, everything has just gone parabolic. And it's just incredible because we're in a bear market right now. What is the next bull market gonna look like? Is everything just going to go to $1,000+ and overnight? Because there's really not much for the products that I'm even talking about. And a lot of these are at high prices, yes. But what happens if someone comes up and swoops them all up? Because it's not like a lot of these things you can take like maybe a couple $1,000, like $2,000-$3,000 and buy out the entire market. I did it with Brothers War a couple months back, and I just put a good like 10K into Brothers War and just pumped it in, and everything from then is up almost 2x. And I kind of saw it coming, but on the same hand, when it actually happens, it's still pretty legendary. It's like, okay, so it's true, you can just continuously pump your own products, and even if you don't do it, someone will. It's not like it's a crazy unique idea to see like, let me count the boxes. Okay, I got a couple $1,000 working for a couple weeks or whatever it was that you collected the money. I can, buy it out and see how it goes. And then also a lot of these credit card companies are offering 18 months 0% APR cards. I bet you there's some riskier individuals that are like, you know what, I'm gonna open up a card and buy up these boxes and see what happens. The worst thing that happens is I have to pay off the card. Best thing that happens is maybe these things double, or maybe a neutral, like middle ground case is that they stay flat, And when it finally unfolds, some of these people must be, other people other than me must be making way more than me. Maybe they got in a product that ended up taking off crazier than the ones I got. Let's say you went balls deep in Commander Masters Commander decks, and you hit now, and they're one deck could have sold for the entire display. Just one Sliver Swarm deck, not even the Eldrazi Unbound. That's insane. It's just insane what is happening. in the Magic space, in these collecting spaces. And another thing is, everyone always says Pokemon is the GOAT, and I agree. Pokemon has always crushed it. Their old products, their new products, everything is always getting bought out. But one thing I'm seeing is a lot of the Magic products are actually kind of going toe-to-toe. Like Brothers War set boxes, it's not that old, and they're doing pretty good. It was like $80-$90 like a year or so ago, and now they're $250. Yes, they're $250. I don't know if you've seen some of these, but it's mind-boggling. And another sad thing is, and I'm sure anyone who's invested will probably, sympathize with this a little bit. You might have told someone in your real life, hey, these cards, I know it's ridiculous. These cards are doing crazy numbers for me. I'm getting a lot of money on paper, a lot of money, a lot of returns from these cardboard items. And a lot of people go, oh, cool. Yeah, but how many times will that, happen again? Or, yeah, cool. But I don't know if that'll happen to me. Or cool, but not my thing. It's like, how are you shrugging this off? Don't you guys go to work every week and spend, 8 hours, just working, not including commutes? And then you got to also recoup your energy at the end of the day when you get home. So how many hours are you really going away? And you're just saying that it's not worth a try? I'm telling you that this, it's not like I'm telling you to put the same 10,000 buy a Brothers War. I'm just saying, hey, some of these things, it'll be in the store for like $80-$90, or maybe sometimes $10-$20, and you can just buy it and sit on it and forget about it for a couple months or maybe a year or two and see what happens. And hey, if it goes well, you can double or triple and roll it back in again. Maybe it'll give you some more confidence. Or with Secret Layers, all Secret Layers are up. Almost all of them across the board. Some of these things have gone parabolic just as well. These cards, these modern cards, are doing insane. Look at One Piece. You're telling me that you can't see a One Piece moment for some of these Magic the Gathering products? Especially like Secret Layers. You're telling me that an investing frenzy can't happen for one of the oldest card games to be still running? That's survived the Lindy effect. I think the Lindy effect. I think that's the one that it's the longer it survives, the harder it is to ever kill. The more permanent it is, the more credible it is. And Magic has been here for a long time, longer than Pokemon, way longer than One Piece. One Piece is still new. I'm not saying that One Piece is going to zero, but I'm saying you don't think that Magic can't have some shining moment in the future? We can be bearish or negative, but I think it's at least worth a check. So, I don't know, guys. I just think it's shocking to see even the stuff that I didn't think would appreciate crazy has appreciated crazy. Everything has appreciated crazy. Because what did they make? They make set and draft, which is now play. They make commander decks sometimes. They make collector commander decks sometimes. They make collector boxes nowadays, for the most part. Bundles, gift bundles, sometimes. And all of those for any product that's came out, and sometimes a specialty bundle, like the Complete or Chocobo. All of them are up like crazy. What's going to happen with these Chocobo bundles? They're already kind of pushing 200. They need a reprint. And when they reprint it, what's going to happen when they all get bought out? All of these products are going to just be doing insane. And it's another thing is, and I know a lot of people, including the Rudies of the world, will say, hey, don't put all your eggs in one collectible basket of Magic the Gathering. But man, it is so hard when I'm in the market and I see what just everything, the stuff no one is talking about, has gone crazy. Like, who was telling you to buy Brothers War set or Phyrexia commander decks? Who was telling you this? Who was telling you to buy these items? And they're up. And what's going to happen with Phyrexia set in draft? All of these things are just going so crazy. So crazy. So, I don't know. There's some people in my life that are kind of into the similar spaces that I've tried to kind of pill on some of these products. And actually I have one friend, and he has been easing into buying and holding and hoarding and flipping Secret Layers. He's not really flipping them. you know, usually when he sells it, it's because I'm like, hey, like, you bought like 20 of them and they're up like 3x and you haven't even received it. Do you want me to sell you a couple so that you get the rest for free? And he's like, yeah, it sounds like a nice play. And any other time, he's like, just hold it to the future. Who cares? Like, I threw the money in there. Let's move on with my life. And while I'm living my life, we'll see what happens. And he's kind of like that. And it's awesome to see because it's been working for him. Everything that he's bought is probably up bigly. Everything that he's sold has probably went up, but you know, in the moment, you got your liquidity back and you can kind of move some money into other things and live your life. And, you know, it's like whack-a-mole of everything. And these are raising his bottom line of how much he has invested and how much money, how much capital he has and how much he can get back out of, you know, what he's sitting on. So I'm sure some of you guys do market walks. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. If you haven't, I would urge you to do a market walk of any set and just see where these things have moved. Just see some of these prices. Because to me, it's mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. I don't know, guys. Tell me what you think. Let me know if you're also checking around and seeing some of this high-flying action. That's pretty much it. I'm just seeing the prices, and it's weird because some people will never see it. They're never going to take that leap because they think it's a crazy leap of faith. But really, if you look at the history of this stuff, if you just ask yourself, if you're open to it and say, you know what, let me change my perspective and give it a fair shot. Let's see what this thing can do. Sometimes you do that and you see just mind-blowing. What's going to happen in the next bear market or bull market? And then in the bear market after that, and then the bull market after that. 2 bull markets from now, and these things are all hitting easily 1,000. Some of these things, even maybe Brothers War, could be hitting 2,000. I don't know. And what happens with serialized cards if stuff like that happens? 2 bear markets from now? Are you telling me that 2 bull markets from now? You're telling me that neither bull market can't have a serialized pump? I mean, I would guess at least one of them would have a showcase card pump. Like all of these cards from these old collector boxes that have all hit 1,000 or 2,000 that are virtually impossible to pull. You're telling me that they can't pump? There's no chance that these things have a crazy pump? I don't know about that. Especially because I see some of this stuff already pumping. And even in this bear market, some of it is pumping. So just my thoughts. Let me know what you think. Like, please subscribe. Please like. More importantly, leave a comment. I'd much rather have a comment than a like. And I think comment subscription is kind of similar right now. It's kind of on a similar page. I don't get many of either. I think I get more subscribes than comments, which I think I would prefer more comments. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know your take on the market. Maybe you have an angle. I'm curious. All right, guys. I'll catch you later. Peace.